As I was thinking about all my credit card experience, having a ton of credit cards, even now in my hands, just shifted from travel to cashback, I start thinking about what is really overrated about credit cards. And I came up with five overrated things about credit cards. It's going to get more and more controversial as I go, so stay tuned. The least controversial thing I think at this point is anything under 1.5x per dollar spent is practically not good anymore. Imagine that people still talk about credit cards like it's 2020, like it's 2019. 1.5, 2x used to be significant. It's not anymore. Prices have gone up so much in the past 5 years that 1.5 is practically zero. Now, the only exception I would do to this rule, anything under 2% is crap. The only thing that I would say is different is the Freedom Unlimited, only because you can transfer to Hyatt. Hyatt? Yeah. So I'm biased on that. But yeah, that's the only thing. Anything else, 2x as a standalone credit card. Of course, as an ecosystem, and that's the minimum you get, like 1.5 to 2x. That's still, I guess, decent. Nothing nearly close as it used to be, but okay. But as a standalone credit card, doesn't even worth it. The second most overrated thing, in my personal opinion and experience, is Clear. I had a Platinum for a couple of years. I had Clear for a couple of years, and I traveled back then a lot internationally. The amount of times that I actually used Clear, and I had to use Clear, was one. One time, Clear was better than TSA Pre, and I guess that was a dysfunction of the airport because Clear opens late comparing to TSA Pre. TSA Pre to every airport that I went, and back then I was traveling also a lot. TSA Pre was incredible. The lines were very short. On top of that, with the TSA Pre, you also get global entry. I had the global entry. So coming from international trips, going straight through immigration, getting out, getting a domestic flight, going immediately through TSA Pre was incredible. Clear, if you don't know, not only is expensive, I mean, if you get it as part of your credit card, fine, but then you have to wait for an agent to take you by the hand and move you to the police officer. So now you have to stay there instead of just going, because the whole sale point is that, oh, they look at your eyes, and just by the eyes, they know it's you. So what? If I still have to wait for an agent, I don't want it. And they open late. The third most overrated thing is the lounge access. And lounge access used to be an issue back then, and it's an issue now. Back then, it was because they were overcrowded. I mean, they were crowded to the point where you had to wait more than you should and more than maybe your break, your layover was allowing you to. Most of lounges are in specific terminals, and if you don't happen to travel through that terminal, then you're out of luck. That's definitely my case. I can't tell you how many times I didn't use my lounge access because the lounge was too far, and I didn't want to take the time and the effort to go all the way there because that stresses me out. I want to be next to my gate. I'm one of those people that go and check if the gate actually exists. So I want to stay close by and not have any stress. On top of that, the few times that I managed to go to a lounge, it was nothing exceptional. Both of the times with priority pass, and both of the times it was just some cookies, a coffee, water, and maybe a cleaner bathroom, less crowded. That's it. I mean, sure, fine, but would I pay for it? Absolutely not. The number two, or four, how do I do it? Anyway, the second most overrated thing is the portal, depending on the destination and the time of the year. Now, in everything, of course, there's algorithms regardless of where you go, but I found that, like Chase, for example, that I love Chase. I love Chase only because of Hyatt, let me be clear. Every time that I tried to book a flight through Chase, the routes offered were much worse than I could find to a website like booking.com or Skyscanner that would take me to Expedia or whatever, outside of the portal of Chase. I could see the same flight going direct, coming direct, and then I would go to pay with points through the Chase portal, and it would give me direct flight to go and then 2 stops to come back. Amex was a little better, but Amex was also more expensive than something like booking.com. So I ended up always paying cash, meaning with a credit card, getting all the points, and then transferring to Hyatt. I'm very simple when it comes to my points. I just happen to get the best value there, and that's where I would spend my money anyway. I much rather stay in a nice hotel where I spend actually days than just a few hours in a flight. So that's me. But portal is just awful in my opinion. And number one, most overrated thing about credit cards is the material. And back in the day, when you always had to have a wallet with you and the waiter would actually take your credit card and go, that was a show-off kind of thing that people love to do. Nowadays, many people come with the POS on the table. Some, they're already on the table, so they don't even bother to see your credit card. So you take it, you slide the card or you touch it. Grocery store, same thing. So nobody even sees your credit card. Plus, it's a little pretentious if you think that you can have everything on your phone. Now, I don't. I'm a little old school, and I'm not pretentious. I never was, I want to believe. But having the credit cards on your phone alone is the way to go if you think about it. I just have my ID with me, so I would have it anyway. So I'm like, okay, let me have the actual physical cards. But I do have most of them on my phone. So if something happened and I lost my wallet, everything is on my phone. So in any case, the material, because there's videos of credit card YouTubers talking about the materials and how heavy everything is and what noise it makes, I think is one of the stupidest thing in the world. Give me all the benefits, keep the metal, I don't care, just give me the benefits. There was a time where that was important. We talked about it, but also it meant something. Platinum was metal, gold is metal. The high end, maybe the Sapphire Reserve was metal. The Ritz Carlton was metal. And then you have something like the Built, which I love, but it's 0 annual fee, and it says only one thing to somebody that knows, that I pay rent and I don't own a house. That's all it does. That's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think. Am I right? Are these things overrated, or am I wrong, and why? Next time we're going to do what's the most underrated thing, so don't think I'm one-sided on this one. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one. Ciao.